Hello again, this is Priscilla Batzell. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio. That's a 12 by 16 inch canvas. This is some Artist Loft white paint with GAC800 and Floetrol, American Floetrol in it. Here is some vivid, intense ultramarine blue mixed in some white base, probably the same thing I just used there, which I'm going to put some more in because I can, and I'm ready to experiment. This is Vivid Intense Fluorescent Red Violet as soon as I get it open. Let's make sure the top comes off. Oh, it's plugged. Okay. Also looks like it needs a shake. I drained one bottle into another yesterday and I forgot to shake it. You know what, I'm going to add a little bit of frosted berry to that as well. Then I'm going to find the closest possible stir stick, which should be immediately available, considering there's hundreds of them, literally. And I had one right there to my left. I'm going to tip that around. I'm going to let that drain. Maybe I can get some more out of it. I've got an edge catcher. I thought about putting a balloon in there and rolling things around. I may just put some more white in. Let's put some more white right in there. And some more still. I'm going to use a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula and scrape that out. No rhyme or reason. Just using up my paint. It's got some sky colors in it. It should work. Except for that lump. That lump is not invited. Okay, edge catcher. Right under there. Paint will make a seal, to a point anyway. Throw it back on. Move it across. Use my OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula to take off any extra paint. And use every bit of it. Well, every bit I can manage to patiently scrape up anyway. Because it ought to mix to a pretty color no matter what. Now I've got it all over there. Use every bit. I'm not kidding when I say that. Except for now I've got it on my hands. I'm going to go back the other way. And hopefully I can fill in I can always add some more white, which makes up a wonderful cloud. So I'm going to squeeze that and let it roll down the edge, scrape it off, and throw it back again. tempted to just keep adding white until I get what I want. Go back to the way I just had it. Starting in the opposite direction from the direction that you want things to actually move is usually the way to integrate them, in my opinion. Anyway, and the Artist Loft has a lot more flowability. Come on, scrape off. I'm not sure that's a word. But I know if I stop now, come on, bend. Edge catcher. Could have used a smaller one maybe. At least for part of this. I'm going to pop that bubble. Use a straw. Tip everything down. I see something in there that does not belong, so where are my tweezers? Kind of makes me want to add a little bit of, I've got Plum Blossom handy. Nothing serious going on here today, except for pulling out of things that do not belong, that you cannot see until you go and tip your painting toward the light. So I've just evened up my paint so that I can tip it down, and hopefully that's going to work. And if it doesn't, I've got more paint on my edge catcher. And I will in a second anyway. Just going to let it all keep flowing and then add what's left on my edge catcher back to the bottom over here probably. And paint will flow to paint. We know that edge is covered. It's a little tricky, but it's a pretty sky. Just keep working it. Sans that big chip. That's got to go. You'd think there was more risk using an edge catcher that was already covered with paint, but mostly it just sticks there. That has got to go. That has got to go. Wait, come here. I can see it, which means I can get it. My top is covered, my edge is covered. That sky is beautiful. Now it's time to throw that edge catcher. Well, maybe I'll just clean it off or something. I cleaned up my studio and now everything isn't exactly where I remember it to be. But that'll be dry in a few minutes. And I can get the paint off my hands right now. So excuse me. And that spatula can definitely go in the bucket. I've got a whole bunch of greens. Starting with Fandango. Which I may want more of. Wintergreen, Prizm Pour. Both of them actually. Pulled out some black raspberry. Whoa. Okay. I had a pipette handy, but I think the paper towel will work too. Evidently it's been a few days. Let's try that one more time. Here is some, let's shake this one up, burnished copper. Makes me want some gold. I think I'm going to have some gold. I've got Tiger Lily, which is a primary element. Did I say the burnished copper was a vivid intense? It is. I have no idea if I can do this without a base layer, but I'm going to give it my best shot. I have something called TripleSec, which is a Prizm pour. I've got green tea, which I want to find the original and hopefully I've got some and mix some more up. I've got golden poppy. Green tea is a primary element. Bitter lime. See if my edge catcher is dry yet. Oh, I've got a small one. Yay. That'll work better. Let's see how this goes. Let's put some color down. Actually, let me use some of my Mayan gold. Now, I'm always saying paint will flow to paint. Let's see if I'm capable of proving that right now. Oh, my sky's definitely flowing. So I'm going to reuse that. Not my finest moment, but try and make up for what I didn't do the first time, which was to add some paint to help paint flow. Bring it down. Maybe my other edge catcher will be ready by the time this one gets decommissioned. That's going in the bucket. I'm going to turn that around. This time I'm going to try it the other way. What else have I got? I don't have enough greens. Oh, you know what? I've got some chromium green. That's interesting. That's a vivid intense. Got plenty of that mixed up. I've got some yellow green, another vivid intense. is not coming off very easily. There we go, I got it. And I don't want to get rid of all my shimmer entirely. I'm kind of missing the, yes, the Royal Sapphire. Wow, that went by really fast. Or Fandango. Just cover up that white as best I can. Because I'm pretty sure it's very necessary to help it flow. There's more black raspberry. More burnished copper. A little more black raspberry again, I think. And it's fairly well usable. I have a piece of canvas showing at the top. I have to stick my finger in. I'm not used to this. I'm going to get all painty right now. I need that short piece. There we go. Preferably without the painter's tape stuck to it. Oh, come on. See, I'm trying to avoid sticking the edge catcher into the sky area on the edge, which is nicely covered already. Looks like we're going to drip again. Looks like it might be time to swipe. I usually squeeze that right back on. This is looking way more complicated than I ever had intended. I'm going to give myself some more green. Grab another spatula. Alright, I've got 1 minute left and it's not enough time. But I'd like it to be. Next time I'm just going to use greens. Not my best work, but I was trying to get back into the landscape deal. When that timer goes off, I'm probably going to go away and come back in a second. Torch too. Okay, so I'm back. My hands are clean. I'm not in love with this, and I'm thinking I might want to do something with it. And that something could be throwing caution to the winds and giving it a swipe, which would require me deciding if I'm going vertically or across. And I should probably go across, but I'm going to go vertically first. And I'm not sure how this is going to work. I need that on the right hand side of that blade. I need that little tab off the top. No idea how this is going to work. And I did it upside down, so I'm just going to follow through. Might be cool by accident. I'm going to have to tip again, I can see that. I'm going to have to wipe that off too. Ooh, that was hard on the ears, sorry. So I'm going to try the Boom Gel, because I know it sells. I prefer it with that little thing is being dragged along though. I've got it on the wrong side, of course I do. Like I said, it could be cool by accident. I've got a scrape dish because I don't want that white paint coming back on me. I think it's back to the black. This time I'm going to get it right. I'm going to put it on the left side. And I hope these cells just keep developing. I wish I could use my leftover paint along the edges, but I don't think I can because there's so much white being dragged along underneath it. I do want to take the bitter lime fill in. I'm going to put some trees up along the ridge. Looks like we got a waterfall over here. That's pretty cool actually. I'm going to use the pearlescent violet Boom Gel. Something of a backdrop. I don't know why it always seems like the freakier, the weirder the marks, the cooler the piece. The more conventional I am trying to be, the less likely I am to fall in love. I didn't get any cells over here. I'm wondering if I should try That's pretty cool. I'm not not sure what those are. They should be like hills or mountains or something. Or some really extraordinarily funky cloud. But you know that the internet is out there, we see more and more often super strange things. I'm going to take a little bit of this black. Use it right in there. Because I can, sort of thing. I also want to tip everything so that edge disappears. But I might lose some stuff I like. Pop that bubble. Use my palette knife to lift the canvas. I've got some paint here that I like along the edge. I never have any qualms about using leftover paint. I want a little more cell activator, and fortunately I have some. All kinds of excuses to do weird stuff I wouldn't necessarily ever do. I want some of that boom gel too. Funny, I can only do it left to right. It doesn't work right to left. I was concerned about this, but I'm kind of still liking it. There, now it's even more like a waterfall, but I still want that to come down. And I think it will. And if it won't, I'll just, you know what, I'm not going to wait to take a chance. I'm going to use some cell activator and scrape off my palette knife along the edge. Use my finger, and I guess I'm going to try and use some of the paint I have in my scrape dish along my bottom, but not right this second. I like that, how that bitter lime looked. I think I want to make some alterations up here. Not sure about that white thing at all. I'm also not sure I should do what I'm about to do either. There, I'm not minding that so much. I use my bitter lime again. Add a few more dots that look like trees. There's obviously a little valley here. And I can put little substitutes for tree trunks in tomorrow. Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't think I was going to save that for a minute. Come on, let go. Thank you. Not sure about that. Not 100% on it, so maybe I'm going to do something with that as well. I'm thinking the Boom Gel. I could be wrong. Alright, it's weird, but it's cool. And I think I'm just going to live with it the way it is. Alright, I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Please give me a thumbs up. If you like what I do, what I share, please share it. And if you watch it longer, it helps me out. My paint pouring recipes are below Show More. You're welcome to ask questions in comments or on the community board, which will show you tomorrow's video also. Did I say my paint pouring recipe was under Show More? Oh well, I guess I said it twice. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links are all on my link tree. There's a 20% off Colourarte coupon code, along with a 10% off Pixel Paints coupon code. Pixel Paint Designs coupon code for Australian Floetrol, Boom Gel, and Pebeo paints. But the Colourarte coupon code will get you pretty much all these colors. I'm going to grab my phone. Say I'm glad I got to save that. It looks more like a fantasy scene now than it did by far. It wasn't working the way it was. Looks like we got another waterfall here and one there. I'm gonna have to use my torch. I can see a few bubbles, and I'll pop whatever's left with the sharp part of a skewer. It's weird, but it's cool. I love you guys. Thanks for coming. You inspire me always. What else can I tell you? Thank you. Thank you for the donations through PayPal. The icon or the link is near, it's somewhere under the video. And it helps support the my video tutorials. Also, memberships are $9.99 a month, and there's over 200 members only library videos for members only. My Amazon link is a great place to shop. It's at no added cost to you, and it helps me out incrementally. And my 2 books are there, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities, Volumes 1 and Volumes 2 of the first and the second 100 videos I made for YouTube about paint pouring. Did I say? I think I said. My community board is a great place to find tomorrow's video, and questions are welcome and encouraged. I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, and I do sell my artwork. And I don't know why I just keep hovering here with my phone trying to shimmer something at you. I'm doing a terrible job. Anyway, I don't think there's anything I'm going to change about this. This one little this place over here kind of bugs me, but you never know. I might change it. I could be lying. Alright, I love you guys. Bye for now. Priscilla out. Hello. So it's the next day and this is dry. And this big wave of green bothers me. And sort of, my husband mentioned it too. I've got my leftover paints from yesterday, which I'm assuming that might be sticky enough to use, because they still have a certain amount of gloss to them. So I guess we'll see. I'm going to use a little bit of Amsterdam Black in a couple of places. And then put some of the colors that I've set aside next to me, which would be the Ginger Snap, which seems to be a very good weedy color, in my opinion. Not sure how this is going to go, but I am sure I will fix it if it doesn't work out. Here's some Indigo Violet. Seems like a strange combination, but I'm willing to risk it. Here's my Fandango. I kind of wanted a little bit of Chantilly lace at the bottom, but I think I can wait on that. This is Burnished Copper. This is a Vivid Intense. And I think I used this yesterday. And if I need another color, I'll figure it out after this. Part of me wants to just use my spatula And the other part of me is willing to try something new, which is this plastic palette knife. And I want to put the paint on the left side, but there isn't that much of it. The palette knife, I mean, to worry about. Take whatever is left over and move it down. And then I'm going to use that little fingerling piece of a glove and make some trees, I think. Alright, I don't really have enough left there. But I already like my composition better. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to use the spatula. Because I might as well. Hopefully that will work. I think I want to take some of that off of there. Use it a little bit higher up. Since I know that black is all cell activator, maybe I'll just Alright, so now it's time for me to decide where else I'm going to go with this. I think I'm going to scrape off my paint, put it across the bottom of the canvas really quickly. And I think I'm also going to take a straw since I see this green. I don't see nearly enough cells, but I do see some. And I don't hate the black, so even if it doesn't cell up, I don't hate it. But I am going to try this. It's very sticky, so I am going to add a little bit of Fandango to it. Put a couple trees up there. Maybe I'll put some bigger trees down below. I'll have to put in some trunks. I like the big trees. Even though the paint's thick, I'm still, yeah, I like those a lot. I'm just going to keep putting trees in. I forgot I had some weird stuff happening up here, and I need to put more trees up there too. And I think I'd like an uneven number. other side of that waterfall. Kind of want to see if I can put a few. They're going to blend right in. And those look like they fell right over. So I'll just completely cover those up. Now what have I got? I completely blacked out my bottom, but I'm okay with it. I want to be a little bit more careful. I have no idea why I didn't get any cells. Maybe the palette knife just isn't conducive to plastic. Just dabbing. They actually look like trees. I'm probably just going to keep doing that until I have all my trunks filled in. Oops, that was really too big. Use my Q-tip. The ever-present nowadays Q-tip. I like leading the so-called, whoops. Well, that's a tree growing up on the opposite side of the waterfall. Put it right across. Whatever those little dots are, they were supposed to be one thing. They obviously, or whatever they want to be now. Take a little paint out of there. Get a little more realistic. Spread a little paint in that little gap. I should fast forward through this. There, I'm actually much happier with all of that. I don't think I missed any trees anymore. That little white spot is bugging me. And although I don't have a lot of cells, it still looks a lot less like a wave now to me. Just use the fresh paint I put in the dish. The palette knife's handy and it's got paint on it, so what the heck. Even old glop can still be a highlight. As long as you don't go overboard, I guess. I got a few cells, that was nice. I'll use whatever else I've got if I need to on the edges. Okay, that's that. This is me saying I'm done. And I will see you guys anon. I'm sure I told you everything I needed to at the end of the last video. Well, I'm pretty sure of that. But I like all my little trees. I'm really inclined to put a couple more in, actually. Right in there. Oh, one's already got a trunk on it. Cool. All right. Last minute trees. I'll fix those up in a second. Yeah, that's fun. Much more fun than it was. For me, anyway. Thanks for joining me. I hope you come again. There's some shimmer. It dried nicely. I hope to see you guys anon. Maybe tomorrow at 10:15. Excuse me. I'm posting at 3:15 nowadays. Behoove me to remember that. In any case, I love you guys. You inspire the heck out of me. Thanks for being here. I hope you come again. Bye for now. Priscilla out.